Everyone teaches you to find the pain and ask problem-oriented questions. But after analyzing 800 sales calls, I've discovered that getting that initial pain is only 20% of the whole equation. Expanding that pain is actually what closes deals. Most closers think that their job is done when the prospect says, yeah, I'm really struggling with my business right now, really, really hard. Or, yeah, I'm stressed all the time. But the problem with stopping there is that it doesn't create enough emotional investment to justify a $10,000 purchase. So in this video, I'm going to show you the 5 different levels of pain you can tap into to expand the gap, amplify the pain, create a big sense of urgency, and drive up to 10x more buying intent. Let's get into it.
Good to see you
Good.
guys.
How about you? Thank you.
Good. Closed 3 last week.
Let's go.
Yeah. It was
Awesome.
a good week. So I feel like some of
Nice,
the work that
nice.
we've been doing has definitely been helping. I feel like as far as like the places, well, there's a few places I'm still stumbling, and then there's like some growth that I'm trying to figure out. But trying to figure out how to like increase their pain a little bit more when it doesn't feel like that gap is quite big enough. Like where to go with the conversations to better improve that. 'Cause I
Okay.
feel like sometimes I'm kind of like just rushing. I'm like, okay, well, their pain is what it is, and then I'll just go. Like,
Yeah.
and I'm not
Yeah.
seeing it where it needs to be.
Yeah. So you mean getting them to a place where you can start tapping into pain, or once you have them in an bad emotional place, how to expand that?
I think it's more of the expansion because it's like it's typically that place where like we're just getting ready to talk about like price and get over to that stuff, and I just don't feel like there's enough of a gap.
Okay, cool. But you know how to get there. You know how to get to a place where now they're telling you how frustrating it is or how bad the thing is. Okay, how I can
Yeah.
take this and make it bigger.
Yes, I think that's it. I'm pretty good at extracting the information. It's just when it actually gets to the point of like letting them know that it's a $6,000 investment, it doesn't feel like their pain is like 4 times that.
Amazing. Perfect. That's the easy part actually. Because the most difficult part I found training closers or founders is teaching them the process to get to the pain. But once you are in the pain, expanding it is the easiest thing in the world. So let me show you. Well, first of all, the first thing you can always do to expand a pain point, and this is for everybody, is to ask for 2 things. Number 1, the frequency of the issue or of the emotion. How frequent does this happen, or how often does this happen? Okay. And then the second one is how long that frequency has been going on.
Okay.
So for example, I'm
Like
with
how often? Okay. Because in my world, we literally talk about the correlated frequency of an emotion, like the scale of consciousness frequency, but you're talking about how often it happens.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Yeah.
Not like how low or high it is on the scale of
let's just do a
consciousness.
role play real quick, just so that you can see what I mean. You just play prospect real quick. Just give me a little bit of emotion or negative emotion. Just give me anything, whatever.
Oh, I anger.
Yeah, just give me the situations. Okay, tell when was the last time? When was the last time? Just so I can see things from your perspective, Teresa. When was the
Oh,
last time
I get angry all the
felt that way?
time. I mean, I get angry like 10 times a day. I get angry at tech if it doesn't work. I get angry at my ex if he calls. I get angry at all these different things all the time. I feel like I have no
Oh,
control over the reaction.
okay. You said 10 times a day?
Not at least.
Oh, wow. And is that every day, or is this kind of like a couple of times a
No,
week? Like
it's
how
every day for as long as I
frequent?
can remember. Anger is the reflex.
Oh, how do you mean for as long as you can remember?
Like since I was a little girl. Just it's always
Okay.
anger is the go-to emotion.
Oh, wow. Okay. So you've always, during your entire life, you've been dealing with this.
Yeah, and now I think it's causing all these health problems for me.
How do you mean health problems? Like, what do you mean by that?
I've developed all these food allergies out of the blue and
Mm-hmm.
not sleeping well and
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
And when you hear that, like, how does that make you feel?
like it's not a life worth living
Oh, wow, really? What makes you say that though?
because I'm just angry and I don't feel well.
Wow. Okay. I mean, you mentioned that this has been happening for your entire life, right? But there is a point where our consciousness sort of like expands and we are more aware of it. You know, sometimes it's just like we wasn't aware of the implications of it. And I'm pretty sure if you wasn't aware, you wouldn't be on this call today. So I guess when would you say was the moment where this really started to be something that you were truly aware of, you know, the implications, the negative implications is happening?
I'm very aware of it. I've worked with a bunch of people on it already. I've tried
Mhm.
everything and it's just nothing works for me.
But when was like how long was that moment where you truly knew, hey, I need to do something about this? Like it was like 3 years ago, 5 years ago?
I've been trying for well over a decade.
Oh, really? Okay. And over a decade, that's a long time. Like if you put if you're willing to go in and kind of like have this reflection moment with me here over the last decade, because of this issue, what do you think that has cost you?
Well, I've spent a ton of money trying to fix it, that's for sure, and I don't feel like anything's working.
Okay. Okay. Appreciate you sharing. It takes a good degree of courage, to just share these things and, you know, open your heart. So I'm on your side. I appreciate that. Sorry. What else? Because like, money comes and go, but what do you feel this has already cost you that maybe it's important to you? You feel that you don't want to
It's
keep
costing me
losing.
connection. My kids aren't talking to me. I'm not married anymore. My dating life is horrible. My my health is going down the drain. And I really think that the anger is at the root of all of it.
Okay. Okay. I hear you. Silence also plays like a huge thing here because the way you're communicating, let's just stop roleplay here. The way
Also, like that, none of that's real. I'm like, that's my client that signed up last week, though, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, so when you notice this client, this is huge. When you notice these clients that they just state the pain as if they were just sharing with you what time it is,
Mhm.
that tells me that they've rationalized the situation. They've normalized the situation. So we
Okay.
need to use a lot of pausing because it's not normal, and we need to show them that. Even if they, I would even go that far, or even saying, "Oh wow, you said that very lightly." Kind of like being a little bit more, not harsh, but it's like really, really kind of like showing them that, hey,
Mhm.
like I'm really worried because if this has been happening for, did you notice the amount of times that I was kind of like a little
Yeah.
bit flabbergasted, like kind of like, oh wow, because I was it's like, what do you mean a fucking decade? You know what I mean? And that is the biggest thing. It's just the fact that these people are normalizing the problem. So if that's also more pain. If you want, hey, I just gotta ask you this because like 10 years is a lot. Would you agree? Yeah, yeah, I would agree. But what am I gonna do? Whatever. It's like, have you ever considered that because it's been so many years, like you've already kind of like accepted it? Because the way you said that, like you said that kind of like as if someone was just telling you the time.
Mhm.
No judgment here. I'm saying this because I care about you. I wanna help you. But 10 years is a long time. How did we let this go that far? That's another question.
Mhm.
Let me
Mhm.
show you. Let me show you the pain questions. That's what I wanted to do. When I was looking at the screen. So once you get that in pain, this is the deep pain sequence. So this is all the different ways you can just take that pain point and just build it up. So once just say once we're in the problem, we find the problem now. To get into the pain, we just execute this deep pain sequence and we just go deep as much as we can. So there's different levels of pain here: level 1, level 2, level 3, and you go for as much as you need. That we need to create that ratio, right? So, which by the way, what you were giving me, that was a lot. By the way, it was a lot. You gave me a
I
lot.
get a lot like that though, and then I still don't feel like it's like
Yeah,
broken.
exactly. So this is an insight. Like you might be getting a lot, but you're getting it rationalized, meaning they are not truly aware of all of this. Like they are not really aware of the implications that this has. They're just repeating it because they've been in so many programs, they've been in so they just rationalize. So you want to be that person that's like, no, 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 no. Don't look at the mirror with a lot of butter in the mirror, a lot of like shit. Let's just clean the mirror and just look at this and tell me how you feel. Because that's what we tend to do with negative situations. We tend to get the mirror dirty so it's blurry so we feel less bad about ourselves, right? Minimization, I believe they call it in psychology, right?
What do they
So
call
when
it?
you see minimization, I believe.
Okay, yeah, could be, yeah.
Yeah. So when you see someone minimizing pain, bad situations or rationalizing it, kind of like justifying it, oh yeah, but that there's people that don't have two legs, so it's not that bad. You know what I mean? When you see things like that, you need to clean the mirror for them.
Yeah, and the
Because they're
information and the justification costs them their own outcomes by
Yeah,
comparison.
because it's avoidance. Like it's a way of avoiding the pain. When someone minimizes or rationalizes a bad situation, they're avoiding really looking at the situation for what it is
Okay.
because it's fucking painful. So, but that's what we need. Like we need them to truly feel the pain, right? So here's how you do it: emotional impact. How is that affecting you? And there's different ways to say that. You can say, in what way does that specific anger problem affects you personally? When you
Mhm.
hear that, when you hear what you just said, like how does that make you feel? What is like for you to wake up every single day being so reactive to every single situation? It's the same question, different ways. And how do you feel about that? When you look at that number, or when you look at that fact, 10 years, 10 times a day, how do you feel? Right? So this is just tools for you guys. Um, then we can go into personal cost. Now, this is what I started to do with you. It's like, what do you feel this has cost you over the last 10 years, over the last 6 months? What do you feel that this has cost you? And people say money, peace, happiness, marriage, whatever, cost. Like problems have cost associated to them, emotional cost. So you have options here. So what do you feel what do you feel this has already taken away from you? What is this taking away from you right now? What do you feel you're missing out on because of that many hours working? This is more for B2C, but you get the idea of the question, right? Or what's not happening in your life right now that actually matters to you because you're working those many hours or because you're so reactive to all of these things. These are just different ways, okay?
Yeah, all of that's really helpful.
Then we have relational cost. So there is personal cost, what this has cost you, but then we also have relational cost, which is what is this costing to the people that you matter the most? So if they have kids, if they have husband, it's like, what is this costing them? What are they missing out on because you are like this? There's more pain. You see, it's just we're expanding the thing. And you could ask, for example, when you react this way, like, I just need to understand, like, are your kids present? Are your kids around? Like, do they see you react? Oh yeah, all the time. What do you think goes through their mind? What do you think they feel when they see, mom reacting like that? And that is more pain.
Right.
Because the pain of someone that we care is our pain as well.
Yeah, it got very quickly to like the shame of it with this particular person.
Boom, exactly. Self-worth. How did we let it get to this point? How come you allow this to happen for this long? Why do you keep accepting this for yourself? That's self-worth. And this is just enough, like this is just like 5 different levels of pain. And then if for whatever reason you need, this person is not wanting to face the mirror, you can now hit them with urgency questions or point of exhaustion, which is how much longer do you want to continue to live a life where you're just simply at the mercy of whatever happens around you? How much longer do you want that to be that way? No, sorry, how much longer are you willing? Don't never say how much longer do you want, because that can trigger a lot of defensiveness, because it's like, it's like, what do you mean? Like, is this too...
Yeah,
it's
I don't want to live this way at all. Like,
yeah, it's like, are you bullying me or something, right? It's just like, so it's how much longer are you willing? Never say how much longer do you want. So either how much longer are you willing or how much longer can you put up with this, right? That's very, very key, because I've asked, because I'm from Spain, right? So my English, I wasn't that aware. So like, how much longer do you want? Da, da, da. And people would put some faces that I was like, what am I doing? And then I was like, oh, okay, that was too harsh, Paulo.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I think is that most people never wanted to feel or live the way that they currently are for whatever the problem
exactly.
is. Help with.
It's obvious. It's kind of obvious. But how much longer are you willing to wake up every single day in situations like that? That's more like soft, not anymore. But why not though? Because I don't want to put you on the spot or anything like that. I truly need to understand you and your world. But why not? Because this has been happening for the last decade. So a part of you is accepting it. So I need to understand why you're not willing to accept that anymore. Right? And it's just kind of like deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. Right? Would it be fair to say, if you're real with yourself, that for the past 10 months, this has been showing up in your lives and so far you've been accepting it? For example, if someone never took action, if I had that data, would that be fair to say? Yes. Okay. And why is that though? Right? There's just different ways to get to that point of exhaustion. And then from here, honestly, here's what I always say about this process, guys. It's like, it's flexible. It's not a rigid script. It's flexible based on the level of gap you are able to create. And sometimes things scale really quickly. And within 10 minutes, like this person has gave you everything. So if you have enough gap, you can close them right away. You don't need to do pleasure, consequence. You can just go, why doing something about this now? Are you ready to take ownership and actually put yourself in the best situation and actually go through an uncomfortable situation, invest time, money, and resources to actually do that? Yes. Are you sure? Okay, so it's time to change all that now then. Yes. You tell me. Yes. Okay, cool. Do you want me to walk you through how we can fix it for you? And you see, it's like, boom, now it's done. Because sometimes they give me so much pain that it's like, I don't want this person to forget about what she just told me, because like I have it here in 10x pain. So I'm just going to present really quick and really short, and everything's going to be easier then for them, because it's like I have them in this high emotional state. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So sometimes you just get here, you just do this whole thing, and you pretty much are ready to go with presentation. Sometimes you're like, let me just get a little bit of consequence just to make sure I just got them like, hey, past and potential negative consequences, and then I transition, right? So again, remember, flexible. This is flexible. So is that helpful, Teresa?
It's super helpful. And I have other questions unless other people have questions.